no pressure. Better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as Week 2 gets underway. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air is Richardson. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. Sack. Go.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He fires one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Sentinels take a 6-0 lead right away. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Sentinels will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Is in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals finish off their opening drive. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Chooses to bring this one out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. A quick slant into the hands of Downs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third down, 1 yard to go. From the gun, Taylor. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, it's Richardson. He finds Woods. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Richardson. Catch made by Mitchell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. A give left side to Taylor. Runs it in for the touchdown. The Sentinels break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. His first throw is an interception. And the Sentinels get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. Took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
At the 60. Here we go. Ready?
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Gets this to Woods. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Go.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Here we go. Shot.
They're going Taylor. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to, right? Always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Richardson now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Ready, ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And down he goes. The Cardinals got there. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to...
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. All spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And it stays a 1-possession game at 7 points.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Now we're on it here. It's James Conner. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. He finds Johnson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's a give up the middle. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left with 4th down here. Now the Cardinals sending out the field goal unit. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That was B.J. Ojulari on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Richardson back to throw. Finds Woods. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down, ball at the 36. Taylor now up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And they'll have 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They're now set for 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Now, I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. That's good for 6 yards. They're going to have 2nd and goal now at the 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Running with Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Sentinels grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Murray from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Kyler looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get to him and touch him down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Here's Kyler to throw. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10 from the 41. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He lofts it deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So it's second down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, Murray. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Could not beat the defender there. So they're left facing third and long.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Murray on third down. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Tarvarius Ward picks it off. And the Sentinels get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked! That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
First throw for the backup now. He's got Harrison. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Third and a lone yard coming up. He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You love a huddle, okay? You really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st and 10 from the 41. Back to the well again. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Throwing now from the gun. Gets everything he has under this throw. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. So there's a flag on the field. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Jarvarius Ward brings him down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They're going play action. Connects with Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Benson headed right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pass play now. Throw is there. Trey McBride. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
First down now. Ball at the 39-yard line. They'll try and throw it here. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. Look, this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all the run stuffers back in the day. But the D-tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass, too, and that D-tackle just got it done.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back now, pressure on its way. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Trying to find Trey McBride. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Option give to Taylor. And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He has the 1st over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Sentinels take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go!
Richardson. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Throwing now, Richardson. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
Up and good from Fairbairn. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker, and now they've got a first inside the red zone. They've got a man in motion. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. On the counter, it's Taylor. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets 2 there, and it sets up 2nd and goal from the 5.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Another shot for Taylor. And he gets in, touchdown! The Sentinels make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Sentinels stretch their lead to 21. ready now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Lone back gets the handoff. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They give it to him again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from San Juan. Cardinals hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Able to hit Ryman, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. They connect for the 1st. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left, and after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game.
Got it. Ready?
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Pass play coming here. Has it on the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock, they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Sentinels as we say adios from San Juan.